Welcome back. I hope you're doing great. As a part of this video, we'll understand type 2 slowly changing dimension. What we are trying to do as a part of this type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 6 SCDC is we are trying to see how to tackle the changes in the dimensions. So in type 0, it was fixed. Type 1, it was replacing the old data with the new data. In type 2, we are tackling the changes by tracking the historical data. How are we tracking the historical data? By creating the multiple records. This is the data before the change. After the change, we are tracking the historical data by creating the multiple records. In type 2 SCD, we tackle the slowly changing dimension by recording the history in different rows. There are different ways of tracking the changes in type 2 SCD. They are through versioning, through flagging, and also through effective date. Let us look at them one by one. How do we tackle in a versioning? Very simple. In versioning, a sequence number is used to represent the change. In the sequence number, the latest sequence number always represents the current row, in turn the current data. Previous sequence numbers represents the past data. Let us take an example here. If you see here, this is my earlier table, and in this case, the location of a employee is getting changed. How am I tackling this? By adding one more record. So in the record, I am tackling this by a version. This is the previous data where the employee was in US. This is the current. The latest sequence number represents the current data. Currently, Raju is in UK. This is how you tackle the change by versioning. And how do we do as a part of the flagging? In flagging method, a flag column will be used. The current record of the flag column will have the value as 1. It is the current data. All the previous records will have the flag as 0. Let us take an example here. The previous location before the change of the data, before Raju moved out of this location, the flag is 1 here. That means it's a current flag. Currently, Raju is staying in USA, but he shifted to UK. In that case, USA location flag is put to 0 and UK location is set to 1. One more way is effective date. In this case, the change is tracked using the start date and end date columns. Null value in the end date indicates the current version of the data and the remaining records indicate the past. Let us take an example here. This is the previous data where end date is null, means Raju is still staying in US. But when Raju shifts to UK, what happens is we'll mention the start date as 5th December 20th and 24th January 21st. Since he has shifted to UK, we have the end date as null, means still Raju resides in this location. Let us look at all the three different ways now. One is versioning by using the version 1 or 2. The latest is indicated by the highest number in the version. Then we have a flagging. In flagging, 1 is the current data. In the effective date, whichever the has null is the current date. Awesome. We understood the type 2 SCD with versioning, flagging, and effective date. Thank you.